That ending of this episode, Shoyo developing a new move and slapping that freaking, curveball outside of bounds, and then the episode has to end. Ugh. Okay, so the main point of this episode is introduction of Nekoma and at the same time developing Shoyo's new move he has to use in future battles. The reason why, as we can clearly see in this episode, no longer is Shoyo going to be able to use his blind hit against the ball and be able to hit it on the other side of the court. Because if you have a crazy setter or a crazy player that's able to read people's moves and able to observe them, you will not be able to pull off that same tactic over and over again like we saw Shoyo been doing for the past couple episodes. And so it's really logical in understanding how this has happened, and so Shoyo's had to evolve and adapt to a new move to where he has to open his eyes up, and he's going to have ball control to control the ball in different directions to get around the different walls in front of him, which is really freaking crazy, because now we're going to have different development for Shoyo's character. Now, instead of blindly hitting a ball that Kageyama throws at him, he will have to learn different moves in different ways like an ace player can do. And most likely the way this is going, Shoyo will be able to become the ace player if he continues this, because he's able to decide which place he wants to put the ball at. Because clearly in this episode, we saw him looking at the court, looking at a different section that was completely wide open for him to slap the ball at. Even though he still missed it, that entire development out there will be shown later on in this series and probably be a major impact to deciding future battles against rival teams. Now, this beginning part of this episode really was enjoyable. It was mainly meant for comedy, which I am fine with. It was just getting us in depth with Nekoma's team and getting to see how they really are and their personalities. So now, what we can see from the beginning part of this episode, it seems like Nekoma has a lot in common with our team. And at the same time, it's so funny how all the different team members really have similar personalities, and it's so unique. The only people I can see that really do not have similar personalities is the setters, Kageyama and Kenma, which is okay. I mean, you have two different characters, and they completely point that out in this episode, saying that Kenma was a type of character that does not stand out, but at the same time he's able to observe his opponents and be able to use tactics against him, even though he's a talented player. But the reason why he's so good is because his team is so amazing at receive. But you look at the other side of our team, Kageyama is an amazing genius player that's able to freaking do anything he wants with the ball. He has complete ball control, and he can make it go to any player he wants to and let the ace hit it across the court. But the thing is that if Kageyama fails, the entire team, our team, crumbles. But on the other side, as we can clearly see, Kim is the type of person that's supported by his entire team. So it's different. It's really unique getting to see these different perspectives of these two different setters and two different teams. And most likely, we're going to see more stuff like this in future episodes between the different team members. Now, one thing though, I love the animation of this episode. The animation was beautiful as always. I don't have to say it again. You know why I love this animation. The shadowing is just so fucking amazing. I love the comedy of this episode. I love the comedy at the beginning where the different team members were fighting, or some of them were embarrassed with each other at the same time. We get to see some of them talking behind their back saying this one's probably a crafty one. So I like those different involvements with the different teams. So everybody, tell me your thoughts on this episode of Haikyuu. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite moments about it? Everybody, I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.